actually on this time. Looks good. One second. I think everything's fine on the other end, it's just getting my headphones to work right. There it is. Okay, we're at the sealed gate. Well, the base before the sealed gate. We've got Terra leveled up. Since she's going to be mandatory coming up, might as well get her up to the same level as everybody else. Plus, we need somebody to replace Celeste, so we've got the team of the people who are still actually leveled at this point, because I'm trying to keep levels low for the last couple of people to join. So we've got Locke, Cyan, and Sabin, but this is somewhat calculated to be about as good as it's going to get in terms of available teams, and it should be more obvious why once we get inside. For those who've played the game before, it's not that different, it's just the focus is a little harder on what's going to actually matter. First thing we find is the first technically rare treasure, which is the Demon's Bane. It's a dagger. It's holy elemental, so now Locke has both fire and holy elementals, which should be important for this cave, because most of it is undead. In fact, I just want to test this. Locke's doing good work there. Didn't quite kill it. Why am I using dispatch? Cyan has a much better way to take care of these things. Sabin's not stamina, but Aura Bolt being holy, most of the things in here are undead except I think Antares, which is a scorpion reskin. Just to double check, we do have experience off. Yes, we do. Okay, now this part has the shifting bridges. But if you fall in the water, I think you just... I don't even know if you take damage or if it just resets you there, so... not a big deal. Oh wait, I have to go to the other thing. I have to go to the pillar first. Thought I could just stand on the bridge. And I think there is a point where you have to... Okay, yeah, see. The white is an upgraded ghost. I believe it counters Blitz and Bushido. So I just had Sabin attack it, because he can do fire and holy damage. I think Antares is the only thing down here that isn't undead. It's just a scorpion. And it does appear to be fire immune, but fortunately Locke has a cure for that. Likewise, Sabin is one Spirit Claw equipped and then the Hell Claw equipped. Mainly because he doesn't have two Hell Claws, but it proves to be useful here. Specifically because it allows him to do his thing. Okay, there's the Kazakiri, which is good, because the Nodachi was his best sword up to this point. The problem was that it randomly kills, and since things are undead down here, that would be bad, so I had unequipped it for the Kotetsu, but This is a considerable improvement. It's a magic power booster because it can cast Wind Slash when it attacks. Oops. No, I just do not remember how to do this correctly at all, do I? There we are. That's, I think, the second warp whistle we found. I guess that's for emergencies, but don't really have any need to leave yet. Let's see. Yeah, just checking on things here. How are we? Everybody's pretty good otherwise. Alright. Okay, now since the apparition... Yeah, Locke just destroyed him. But now that the thing that risks provoking counters is done, we can... Oop! Yeah, Terra's using the Morningstar, and it has a random cleave property against undead. It's not something that's easily seen until now, because there really weren't that many undead things to fight with Celeste, so this is kind of the first time that has a chance to do anything. Oops. Oh well. If he hits one of the Antares, that's actually a good idea. Oop, never mind. I think the Djinns don't like being the last alive, so I just went for that first. Special's just poison, that's not too big a deal. And this mixed damage type thing is useful, because that way Locke and Sabin are not completely useless if they end up having to attack an Antares. And again, we've got Cyan in here for his damage and his combat medic skills. Oops, did I miss a chest? I may have. Have to go back for that. Oh, Berserk Terra. Well, you may have just made a mistake, my friend. Yes, I think that was an error on their part. Yeah, I missed that chest. Definitely not leaving any treasure behind, because this is a one-time only dungeon. Zombones are pretty strong. They have enough health to survive multiple attacks, but we have Cleave and we have Mind Blow, and they do not have more than 500 MP, so they die instantly to Mind Blow. This is a Velt pack. Gao can rage both of these monsters and not the others, so this is, I think, the first valid one. Well, the two Zombones is also valid. This is the one that we want to make sure to get, although you can get it if you miss it, so it's not a problem. There's a spot on the world map. It's a little hard to find, but there is a spot on the world map that lets you get these encounters again if you lose them here. That's mostly just for Gao's sake. There's nothing really good that they have that they drop or something. Cyan will probably need to empower her in the next fight. I mean, we could use a tincture on him, but that's a huge waste, and that's kind of the point of why we brought him. probably isn't the best fight to do an Empowerer, but we'll just have to make do. Maybe I'll have Terra cast Fire, or Fire too. Let's try just regular Fire. Actually, Cure might be better. Let's give that a try. Yeah, it's probably about the same as Fire. I'm not sure. It ignores defense, though, so that might be a factor. Those seem to be the only things that can survive a full round of weakness hitting, though. So Mind Blow is the only thing that gets them in one shot. Even Aurabolt's not doing it. Although if you had Stamina Sabin, Aurabolt would almost certainly kill these things in one shot. Again, they're using Berserk attacks on the guys that would most likely not care if they were berserked. Pretty much the whole party can be berserked. And we are safe. Sabin got blinded, but he does, I believe, have a black belt on, so... I stood on Cyan's turn just because I wanted him to Mind Blow the Zombone instead of the Djinns that anybody could kill. Again, it's not really any point to taking this off him, but I'll do it anyway. I don't think there's anything of value in that chest. This spawns a ninja, which is... Oh, and he back attacked me. That's nice. Ninjas are sealed or floating continent enemies, so this is a little early in progression to be getting one. But other than that, he's not really that bad. Break, and I'm gonna use, he's immune to wind. Since he likes to counter attacks by vanishing himself, I'm gonna use things that are technically magical. Oh, he's immune to fire. I should probably be checking that. He is, however, human, so Dispatch should do bonus damage. More or less. Same reason I'm using Aurabolt, it's considered magical damage, so... Get a Shuriken for that, and he should give us a hint. Okay, he didn't give us a hint. I think I know where it normally is, so I'll have to check on that. And here is a nice restore save point, so we'll take that and make use of it. Let's Mind Blow first so that he kills one instantly. Just attack whatever remains. That'll work. Yeah, if Locke gets the proc on that sword off, then things are pretty dead. Unless, of course, he does it to an Antares, and then it's pointless. Okay, now, if I'm correct, the treasure is usually down here. Somewhere. I don't know where. Seems a little stupid to not give a hint. He said here, so I don't know if he means like up where he was or what. Because they apparently moved it all to one square, but there's not much in the way of a hint as to where. So I honestly don't know. Unless it's above that chest upstairs, because there is a spot there for that. That was one of the vanilla spots, so I'll have to give that one a try. If I can't turn up anything down here. There it is. Alright, ninja stuff, which is, I think, just throwables. A ninja star, though, is very important. The scrolls you can just buy, not really a big deal. But the shuriken has 240 battle power. It's extremely rare. You can't buy these anywhere. But I guess it's technically not a limited supply, because I think there's, like, places that you'll be able to steal it from, but only in the world of Ruin. I think there are like 2, maybe 3 ninja stars in the World of Balance. And it's very important that those exist, because they're actually useful in the World of Balance. Okay. I'm having Locke kill the Djinn, because otherwise half his damage would be wasted on an Antares. They can be confused though, so Cyan should probably kill one and confuse the other, or kill both. That works too. An elixir. Nice. Thus far, I haven't seen anything super dangerous in terms of, like, nasty counters or whatever. I've also gotten a couple preemptive attacks here. It's nice. A lot of good money here. Would almost be a good place to farm for money compared to other spots in the World of Balance, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. Now, Mug, I don't think is going to get around the problem of him having a Flame Tongue, because I think Mug does know the elemental properties of a weapon, it just doesn't know the special properties. But he crits with the Demon Bane, so that becomes irrelevant. Get that cleave off, that's nice. The Morningstar is also, I guess, Terra's highest battle power option, although it's not actually her best neutral damage weapon. But the chance to, well, first of all, saving her MP and such helps. The Blood Sword is really nice. It's a very powerful sword, and it increases stamina and evade, and it casts Drain. Unfortunately, since we're down here in the Sealed Gate cave, where most things are undead, we don't want to cast Drain on them. If we can help it. I believe that's all the useful treasure down here. Yeah, we have all the unique things. So we're doing good. No big surprises just yet. We've been getting very lucky, though. There's been a number of instances where we've gotten preemptives or something has happened that could have been bad, but ultimately wasn't. Phoenix Tears are just improved Phoenix Downs. I think they give 3/4 of your health. Yeah, so it's like a potion on top of... Now, if you manipulate the layers, there's actually a chest there. You can't do anything with it. I think it's there as an event trigger. Anyway, after this fight, we'll need to set up for a boss. Because unlike vanilla, there's actually a fight here. Which is a really neat thing that they've managed to code in. Okay, most everybody's healed. Terra's equipment doesn't matter. We're gonna have double butterfly. Actually, a runage on the butterfly, I think. I suspect that will be slightly better damage. Instead of the Hell and Spirit Claws, Saban's gonna go back to Poison Claws. In case it wasn't obvious, we're gonna be fighting humans. So I want to get the... Now this is a point where if you leveled up either Setzer or Mog, or even Edgar, they'd be very helpful in this fight. They're not as helpful as Cyan and Saban in the random encounters, but they are very good as just kind of general purpose guys. So as in vanilla, Terra goes up to the gate, transforms, tries to contact the Espers, and Kefka shows up. In vanilla, you just kind of have a cutscene. And the game tells you to protect Terra, but then you don't do anything in that sequence. This time, however, you actually do get a fight. Now, I think my guy's maybe in the back row here. I'll test on lock. Yeah, they're all in the back row, so I want to move them to the front here first. You've got these phalanxes, which are like upgraded Templars, I guess. They have very high defense, so Locke's not really going to be helping much, even with anti-human. In fact, I might not have even needed the Poison Claws, because Saban's going to want to suplex regardless. And Kefka just stands in the back being a jerk, casting spells on you. It's not really worth bothering to target Kefka. In fact, I don't even know if the game will let me. It seemed like maybe it would, but... The good news is the team does have good evasion. Locke is a capable enough healer. So... It's mostly going to be Cyan's game here. Just have Locke sit here and play healer. Oh, they also have Reflect, so that can be a problem if you're bringing Gao or Setzer and using Bio. Oh, he also apparently has a thing that casts Reflect on your own guys. Fortunately, it didn't heal for much. It just means that we're going to have to use items. Yeah, so he'll cast some spells off their Reflects. That's not really a big deal. Okay, that's a little bit more of a deal. Seems kind of unfair for him to use the halberd on the guy who didn't hit him. Because that sure looks like a death counter. And they really don't like Cyan. But that's fine. Locke's fast, he should be able to get a turn in here. If he doesn't, then that's going to be a pain in the ass. Tonic restores half his health, which is quite a lot because he's got so much of it. What I can do is have him use Empower to get the rest back. Try and set Sap. I don't know if they're actually vulnerable to Sap. Oh, never mind, he's dead. You don't have to actually kill Kefka or do anything to Kefka. Once you kill the Phalanxes, that's the actual boss. Kefka's just there to make your life hell. Now this segment might look a bit more familiar. This is basically the sequence that plays when you're told to protect her in the original game, except then nothing ever happens and the Espers just come immediately, so... This time there was a fight. And that's why Kefka's a party sprite now, because that's how he was originally, and I think he's actually scripted to be the fourth party member in this scene. That's why he uses his boss sprite in the event, because he's an enemy, not a scripted player sprite being used as a cutscene. Regardless, that takes care of the cave for the most part. We've got 3 unique things that are in here. I think I got most everything else. I got the ninja supplies, I got just about everything that I need. The good news is you can leave here much faster than you came in. I don't remember if it's a vanilla thing, I think it is, but a shortcut will open up. Make sure Terra's actually equipped, yeah. That takes you back to the first floor. right outside. Now I could, at this point, probably make a safety save, but I'm not too concerned about being stuck somewhere. There's really nowhere else I need to go. The Espers are real dicks, so they, in their wild rage, decide to attack us as well. Locke and Setzer have some male bonding. Fortunately, we will be crash landing on the same continent as Vector so that we can actually get there. Would have been a real pain in the butt if we hadn't. We'd have no way to get to this continent. Even though this is probably... yeah, this is like the returner area of the world map. But we don't crash anywhere near that. Thankfully. But everybody's fine. In fact, the party's still in the party. I should switch everybody back, though. Rune Edge, actually, I might want to keep. And the Switchblade, maybe? And the Demon's Bane is still better, even though it doesn't get the bonuses. Switch to the Rune Edge for Terra as well. We're mostly looking for quick kills. Actually, Poison's fine for Sabin. Other than being grounded, everything's exactly the same until we finish the vector sequence. So if you wanted to use a party member or something. Fortunately, there's one Chocobo stable still on this continent. And it's right next to Miranda, where we crashed. So we can go straight to Vector. It's been a bad Chocobo economy, apparently. They've really had to downsize their locations. It's inconvenient, but that's the price you pay in this market. Alrighty. Save outside of Vector. And come on in. Now, I believe... let's see here. Okay, you can still get the free heal. Let me see if the weapon shop is still open. It is! Okay, we've got 2 ice brands. I'd like another flame tongue, another elect sword, and another stormblade. Let's just get 2 of each. That should be more than we'll ever probably need, and you can buy them later, but this is the most convenient place to get them right now. Nothing in the armor shop that's worth it, so let's just ignore that. Get past our buddies here. Now I am gonna save state here, because this is sequences probably not that hard, and I can probably get it without trying, but just in case. Save there to make it quicker to get back in if I need to. So, shock of shocks. The Emperor wants to talk peace. Unless it's all a ruse. It is! I don't know, I mean, the city's not in bad shape, comparatively speaking. For some reason, it is now our responsibility to personally go fight, talk to as many soldiers as possible, which these guys don't count, for whatever reason. Only the ones that are explicitly counted are counted. Now the important thing here is not to talk to Kefka there in the prison, because he's just going to waste your time. His little sequence goes on forever, and you learn nothing valuable, and just get ripped off, so... There's a chest in the bathroom for some reason. Basically what I'm doing is sticking to one wall, so to speak, so that I make sure not to miss anybody. The good news is these guys shouldn't be that tough. They have human weaknesses, and they're not super strong. That guy countered fight, that's why he did that. But it's still faster, I think, to fight him and blitz him. That guy in there is easy to miss. Oh god, this guy's gonna... Okay, thankfully he didn't block our path too much. Otherwise, I would have been upset. There's a bunch of guys in here. So the tricky part is... because they keep moving during the fight. Like... this guy is one I haven't talked to, and he's one that you have to fight, but whatever. I'm not too worried. So that takes care of the 4 guys on the bottom part. They're blocking the way to the treasure. Out of my way. Now you could just wait and take the treasures later. But I think there's enough time that you don't really have to do that too much. This guy you have to fight, which is funny because he's on the toilet, so they changed his dialogue to suggest that he's mad that you bumped into him on the toilet instead of just randomly being an Imperial soldier sitting on a toilet. And then we kicked his ass. The last guys are out front, but I'm going to take the treasures first, because there is enough time to get them. And though you can pick them up after the banquet, I usually don't. Okay, I think we have just enough time to beat this guy and talk to the last soldier. And 24. I believe 24 is as many as there are. Just in case, I will go back and talk to this guy, even though I'm fairly certain that he's not. Yeah. I don't really need to heal up. I think you get restored at the banquet anyway, but I don't remember. There is a fight at the banquet if you choose to do it, and I might as well. I think you might get points for doing it. Although I think I'll have more than enough points from my conduct and from talking to all the soldiers and not running away from anybody. I don't know if that actually matters, but I think you have to beat them. You might not need to do that, I don't know. I think you can get a decent enough score without it and get all the rewards, but so you can kind of avoid it, but well, the important part is to be politically neutral. Kefka in jail. We certainly don't want to let him go. So we say we can't forgive it. That's just a very neutral, you know, we accept your apology, but it can't be forgiven, whatever. Lets him save face. We put trust in Celeste over everything else. Then we need to ask him questions. And it's very important to remember which question we ask first, and not repeat a question. Now, despite him saying, I'd like to move on, I believe you get points for asking all 3 questions, as long as you don't actually repeat. Okay, now let's talk about espers. Now, we don't want to blame him or anything, so we still will just agree with him. And I'll ask you, which question did you ask first? Since I asked the first question first, I just have to do that. I don't know if whether taking a break or not really matters in terms of what's considered acceptable, but if you go and talk to these guards, for whatever reason they decide they want to fight you right now, which is silly, but funny, I guess. They do have very high defense, though. So we will be leaning heavily on Sabin and Cyan, as we have been for quite a while. We won't be able to do that soon. This fight is optional, but I think if you beat them within the 130 minute, or 2 minute, whatever it is, limit, you get some points. And it shouldn't be too difficult to beat them. As their numbers decline, they will have a lot of trouble getting focused down by Blitz and Bushido. Easy enough. So we'll return to the table. So we just want to note for sure if the war is over. And then we agree to go. We have absolutely no choice in the matter anyway, so agreeing is just the more agreeable standard there. Cyan gets a line here if he's in the party. Seemed appropriate enough. Now we lose everyone but Terra and Locke, which is unfortunate. But they're leveled up, so they should be okay. Mog also doesn't say anything, but he's here if he's recruited. Gao is also kind of just standing there, because he can actually not be here if you have him jump off in the belt. And other than that, nothing too exciting. So let's see how we did. Alright, we got all the rewards. Life bell and a black belt. Again, not like technically super rare, but we only had one of each of them at this point, so it is pretty good. It's probably for the best if we go straight to Albrook, because we only have 2 people in the party. But I might swing by the sealed gate base. It's the only place that we had liberated that we can actually access right now. But I will need to save, because there is absolutely no telling. Move Terra to the back there. These fights aren't especially difficult, but since we've only got the 2 characters, it would be kind of a pain to lose anybody. We could just run, but it takes forever to run anyway. Might be wise to do, though. Unless Terra gets a proc off. Now we're cooking. I'll just run from further fights, I think. It's not really worth the effort. All we're getting is gold. We got plenty of that in the cave. Which is good, because we're going to want a bunch of it once we get to Crescent Isle. Okay, I'll save here, just in case. I don't want to fight him. Anytime you want to run, Terra. Thank you. I shouldn't even be going across the desert, but it's shorter, fewer steps. So I figured less risk of encounters. I still got in one, though. X potion, tincture. X ether. Ether, nice. Elixir, very nice. Potion, okay. Wave scroll. Bolt scroll, again, things that can be bought cheaply. 20,000 gold. A reflect ring, those are rare. A fire scroll in the thing, and in the hidden chest down here, an elixir. Let's see here. Yeah, those are the only... The reflect ring was the only rare treasure that's here. So, we're good. Not super useful, but nice to have. I better heal. Now, with respect to the upcoming sequence, Terra and Locke are well leveled. They have lots of health. Terra has, I think, 8 Unicorn, 2 Carbuncle, so she's got a lot of HP and a lot of MP. Of course, we don't have warp, so we can't just leave. Terra runs first. Well, that's new. What's wrong with you, Locke? You've got the highest run rate. Okay, we'll probably get into one more fight before Albrook. Or not! Alright. I don't really think we need anything extra here. Where did I get all that gold? Whew! Lots of gold. Oh, the Sealed Gate Cave. That's where it all came from. There were several 20,000... All the soldiers are gone from their party house. I didn't check that one. Free elixirs. Pretty much got all these already. I think everything's good here. I bought gear back at Narsh, so we should be pretty well equipped. Locke's got ninja gear. I think he can also use Gaia gear, which he should probably do, even though it's a minor improvement. Terra's got power armor, which gives her vigor. Anything else isn't as good, so... I could give them something other than stat hats, but the defense difference really isn't enough in the World of Balance for it to make a difference. So let's check all the barrels and such. Nothing too good here. Let's check on the other side of the boat if there isn't. Yeah, there is a... Okay, nothing. So we'll just talk to Leo. And boy, this is awkward. Now we're forced to endure a bunch of drama. We go to the inn, have a few segments there, a few segments on the boat. It's all terribly exciting. This will be not the first time in the next 2 inn stays where someone wakes up in the middle of the night. don't have much choice, so we will go. Now, as Terra, we talk to Leo. Talking to the soldiers is completely uninteresting. That's true, not everyone is like Kefka, but Kefka's the villain in the game, so who cares what everybody else thinks? Yeah, Leo wanders off because this is super awkward. And then Shadow shows up and is like, whoa, I have no time for your problems. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be encouraging Shadow, but kinda wasn't. Some extremely needed levity after all that drama. Boy, how incredibly convenient that our airship is grounded, and so we can't just offer to take everybody by airship. I guess it's the same thing. Anyway, terribly interesting there. Shadow rejoins us for like 10 minutes. Like, literally not long enough to do anything but maybe get 1 or 2 fights on the way to Thamaza. That's it. Literally it. And then he's never seen again. Well, for a while. So this is as good a place as any to stop. I wanted to do a short stream and just get to this point. I'll do, I guess, the Thamaza stuff tomorrow maybe. We'll see. But this is a good stopping point as any. So from here, I'll get to Thamaza and be ready to go from there. So we'll see how Strago turns out and all that. In the meantime, I'll just put us to stop.